Oh, hey, how you doing? Professor Hiccup here. Today we're going to do a music reaction video and a little bit of a class on the band Culture Club and the song "Church of the Poison Mind." Now, Culture Club in the '80s had a string of hits, quite a few, and this is probably my favorite, but probably less known of their actual hits. Um, but before we get into this video, do me a favor if you're new to this channel feel free to subscribe. Speaking of free, it is free to subscribe to this channel or any channel for that matter. And not only that, but subscribing is good for your health, it's good for the environment, and it's kitten approved. So I'm just saying, it's a win-win for everyone. Okay. Oh, by the way, feel free to go back to my channel and hit up the store and see all the cool mugs we have now. Okay, so let's get into this. This is Culture Club Church of the Poison Mind. I believe it came out in 1983. And this was on the Color by Numbers album. Now, the first album before that was called Kissing to Be Clever. And this one is Color by Numbers. And let's get into this and see what it's all about. Now, sorry, I keep stopping here, but I do know this song. I have seen the video, but it was probably 20 plus years ago, so I don't remember it, or at least I don't remember most of it, I think. So let's check it out.
There's no love in your eyes. You used to make my life so sweet. Step out like a Gotham shadow, so your eyes across the street. Who would be the fool to take you be more than just kind of step into a life of maybe love? It's hard to find in the church of the poison mind. In the church of the poison mind. In the church of the poison mind. Watch me clinging to the beat I
I just want to stop for a second here. Now, in all honesty, I don't really know what the song is about. Uh, Boy George, whose real name is George O'Dowd, I want to say, uh, was one of the main writers of their music, and he he was a lot of his songs were inspired by the drummer whose name was John Moss. Now they were secretly lovers, but they really weren't. They were kind of open about it. But John, at this point in the '80s, didn't want to come out as gay, so he did, date a lot of women, and he tried to cover up the fact that he wasn't gay. But supposedly, him and Boy George had a very tumultuous long relationship. So there's quite a few songs that, like "Do You Really Want to Hurt Me" is another song that was written about John by George. Now, Boy George had said in one of his concerts that this song was written about John. When I heard that, the only interpretation I can do from knowing, about their relationship is the fact that since John didn't want people to know he was gay, because he was kind of ashamed of it, that the Church of the Poison Mind is basically society and trying to keep a certain sexual identities under clothes. Now, nowadays, everyone's very open with it. The '80s was just starting. Boy George was one of the first openly gay pop stars. I mean, he looks a lot like a woman, and he dressed like a woman, but he had no problem talking about it at the time, which kind of helped with, open the doors for a lot of other performers at the time. Now, going back for a second here, the female singer here, um, Helen, I can't remember full name. She was kind of like the unofficial fifth member of the band, and I absolutely just love her voice. And she sang on this album and the other album too, and kind of stopped after the next album. But she's worked with them throughout the years. She had her own solo career and whatnot. Helen Terry is her name. So yeah, let's get back into this. Sorry, I'm rambling.
Watch me clinging to the beat. I had to fight to make it mine. That religion, you can sink it neat. Just move your feet and you'll feel fine. Who would be the fool to maybe trip a kiss in time? Who am I to say that's crazy love? Will make you blind in the church of the poison eyes. In the church of the poison eyes. In the church of the poison eyes. In the church of the
Just want to pause there for a second here. Um, Now, this album, like I said, or this album, this song came off the album um, Color by Numbers. And they also had off this album It's a Miracle, Karma Chameleon, and one other song I can't remember before this. So this was actually the fourth single off that album. It didn't chart as high as the other ones. But like I said, this is my personal favorite one off this album. And on the album before that, which was Kissing to Be Clever, that's the one that had I'll Tumble For You, um, Time, and another one, their biggest one I can't think of at the moment either. Um, But anyhow, so they have lots of singles. They have more singles after this. I said it before. Do you really want to hurt me? That was off the Kissing to Be Clever one. So this band actually left a huge mark out there. A lot of singles back in the '80s. A lot of people nowadays don't know them. But Boy George, his voice is absolutely soulful and amazing. The band was tight. They did mix in some like '60s sound, '60s like funk sound with the eight new wave sound. And they're just really really good. I really enjoyed them a lot, and just struck my mind to do this today.
There's love in your eyes. You used to make my life so sweet. Step out like a Gotham child. I saw your eyes across the street. Who would be the fool to take you deep? My dangerous kind of step into a life of maybe love. It's hard to find in the church of the poison ivy. 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 In
Okay, that's that. Hopefully, it doesn't start onto another video here. Let's just stop it. Oh, it did. All right, so like I said, that was Culture Club. Church of the Poison Mind came out in 1983. It's off of the um, Color by Numbers album, and feel free to look up Culture Club. Check out some other songs that they've done. They're very inspirational band from the '80s. They influenced a lot of bands, and they also helped a lot of other performers come out as being gay or whatnot. And major influence. And unfortunately, a lot of people nowadays don't know them. But yeah, check them out. And for now, I'm going to say that's a wrap.